In this video, I want to share with you how much money I made selling audiobooks on Authors Republic for the month of December 2023. Hello everyone, my name is Mike. I'm a full-time print-on-demand seller. I make YouTube videos showing you how to make more money on merch by Amazon and Etsy, and every now and then I sprinkle in some audiobook content. If you like this kind of content and you get any value out of this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, click the bell, and like the video. So if you guys don't know, I also sell audiobooks. It's another income stream that I have that makes me money on a monthly basis. It's actually how I started making money online. First it was ebooks, paperback books, then I got into audiobooks, and then I did that for like a couple years, and then I actually got into merch by Amazon, print on demand, Etsy, YouTube, all that other stuff. But I love selling audiobooks, one, because it's just so passive. You know, once you do the work once, then you just get the direct deposits right into your account. And some of these books, I self-published maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. But I had a really good month. This is actually the best month I ever had. And let me just go over my sales real quick with you. So right here we're going to see the orange line is 2023, and for the most part on Authors Republic. Now first, Authors Republic is an aggregator, so you upload your book to their website and they will put it on all the ebook or the audiobook platforms, so like ACX, Amazon, Google Play, iTunes. There's a whole bunch more. I think there's like almost 50 of them. Hoopla, I think, is one, even YouTube, I think. But you can just see, like, this is the amount that I would usually make. Like, this number's kind of skewed, but this is $469. Then I have $591, $364. So always right in between like $300, and then like sometimes I'd have a good month like $700. Now they also pay like on a quarterly basis, or some of the websites pay on a quarterly basis. So I'd get like a kind of a low month, and then the quarter would be a big. So like right here, low, high, low, high, low, high. And so I just had low, and I had a huge month for December. I sold $1,732 in audiobooks in royalties, and that's just direct deposit right into my bank account. And the reason why is because I have a new book that is starting to go viral, or starting to get a lot of traction. Now, when I first got into this, I would do like, nonfiction books, like cooking books, how-to books, things like that, which do okay. Like this one right here is a recipe book. You can see, only made me 29 cents. Then I started getting into like romance, erotica books. You can see those make a little bit more. So like this one right here, $7. But recently I've been doing short story horror books. So like scary stories, horror stories, things like that. And if we just go down right here and we click on the 4th page, I'll be able to show you, if it would just load. Oh yeah, so right here. So I have this one book, this audiobook, and it sold 125 times. It made me $732. That was like the biggest. This is the book that made me the most amount of money, but there are some other ones as well. So let me just show you kind of some of the other big money makers. So right here we're going to see, now a couple of them had a lot of sales, like this one right here. 73 sales, but only maybe $8.65. I'm not too sure why that is. This is actually a nonfiction book, so maybe that has something to do with it. Let's see if we can find a couple others, because I know there was a couple others as well. So this one right here, 417, but only 43 bucks. But hey, I will still take it. And then there was this one, which I think was another short horror story. These ones up here that I just showed you that are getting lots of sales, but not that much royalties, those are actually guided meditation audiobooks. So that's a niche for you if you want to get into audiobooks. So this one right here, this is a horror story, 41 sales, 95 bucks. I think there was one more, or no, that might be it. Yeah, so those were my big money makers, and this is how much I made just in 1 month selling audiobooks. $1,732, and there's no marketing. I don't pay ads. All I do is I just use like SEO, so I type in some keywords like horror audiobooks, scary stories, scary stories for adults, things like that, creepy stories, and I'm able to generate these type of sales. Now, there is a cost, that's why I like print on demand a lot too, because it's cheap. All I have to do is pay Photoshop and create a fabric. That's pretty much the majority. Well, I also have to pay Amazon ads, but for the most part, it's a lot cheaper. With the audiobooks, it's kind of more expensive because there's more of a cost. And basically the process is I go to Upwork and I will find a ghostwriter and I will ask them to basically write me a 5,000 or a 10,000 word story, depending on the niche. If it's a horror story, I go 5,000 words. If it's a romance erotica story, I'll go 10,000 words. And you pay, I believe it's 1 cent a word, or I can't remember what the math is, but basically it's 50 bucks for a 5,000 word story, and it's 100 bucks for a 10,000 word story. So then once you get the book, it usually takes them about a week or so to write it. and then you have to get it edited, and that's another cost. I'm paying my editor $20, which I think is too much, but she does a really good job, and we've been working together for a while, so I enjoy working with her. She does a good job. But $20 for the editing. Then you have to, once you get it back, and it's all nice and neat looking, you're gonna have to format it, which just takes time. You can pay for that, but I just do it. It's actually pretty simple. Just have to like align some of the text, make the title. I don't do table of contents. And then what I'll do is I will make a cover. Now you can outsource this as well, but since I have graphic creator skills with t-shirts, I can make my own cover. It's very simple. I just go to deposit photos. I get a stock image, and then I will just basically put into Photoshop, put some text on the top bottom, like my author name, the title, and voila, that's it. Bam, good to go with the cover. You can outsource that. You're gonna pay probably around $20 for a cover, and then once you have that, you're going to have to upload it onto KDP, or you can get a like what's it called, a narrator to narrate it for you. The reason I like to do it on KDP is because then you can put it on ACX, which is another platform for selling audiobooks, and that is Amazon's platform. But honestly, I only make like $100-200 if I'm lucky a month on ACX. But basically, the final step is you have to get it narrated, and that's expensive. Some narrators are charging like a ridiculous amount. Like $200 for a 10,000 word book. Now me, I'm pretty lucky. I got a good narrator. I'm only paying, about $50 for the narration of a 5,000 word story. If it was a, 10,000 word, it'd be another $100. So, audiobooks can get a little expensive, but you can see there's a good return on the investment. So each book, let's just call it like maybe like $250 for, actually no, I got that wrong. It's about, shoot, my math is wrong. Let's say around like $200 or so. And this book, the one that I showed you on the 4th page that is selling very well, that made me like $700. That is a collection book. So that's the strategy that I do, is I take these books, these like short stories, and then once I get 4 of them, I will take those 4 and put it into a collection, because on the market for audiobooks, people like longer books. They don't really want to pay for just like 30 minutes. They want to pay for like few hours, 2 or 3 hours. So that's why my best-selling books are all collection books, whether it's romance, erotica, or even horror stories. And so this one that I just showed you where to go, the one for $125, it made me $732. This is a collection book. It's 4 short stories in one, and so that cost me $50 for the book to be right times 4. So what is that? $200. Then another $50 to get it narrated. So it cost me about $400, and it's making me $732 a month. And actually, the month before this, I actually did $700. So you can see, my sales are starting to increase. So I hope you didn't get confused there on the cost. But basically, for a 5,000 word book, it's $50, or what I'm paying is $50 for the book, $20 to edit, and then another $50 to get it narrated. So yeah, that's the cost. It's like $120 or $125 for a story. But yeah, so I just want to share with you that. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. If you want to know like how, or if you have any questions about how I publish these short stories, these audiobooks. But you can do all niches, Me personally, I've learned that, fiction usually tends to sell best, but if you want to do how-tos, I don't really like to do how-tos anymore, because some of the freelancers will just copy, someone else from like stuff from the internet, Wikipedia. When you do a fiction book, it has to be more creative. It's harder for someone to just copy, a fiction book. That's why I like doing fiction, because the ghostwriter actually has to use their creativity, to come up with the story, and it's just harder, because I got my KDP account terminated like 6 years ago, because someone actually was copying books, nonfiction books, and so I ended up getting busted for that. Yeah, so that's gonna be the video for today, or one of the videos. This might actually be the second one for today. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Like the video, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Adios.